This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Vauldemare here, back with at the Kew. Oh, that was a weird, like, little glitch in the video for a second. Why am I even going to the screen first? I'm at the gardens, okay, with Lestrade.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
No need to hurry. Almost makes me feel like something bad's gonna happen or something. Yeah, I feel like I haven't found all the clues yet. I don't know, like I'm missing a couple. Because when I look at the clue section, it says there are no clues to add together. I'm like, that means I haven't found everything. But let's go ahead and tackle Mr. Havisham or whatever. And apparently, I don't know what time of the day it is, but there's like no one else around here, so I don't know. I'm still looking around just to see if I see that last minute.
Holmes, my God!
Yes, we found him like that.
Our messing around with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please? I should like to examine it.
Damn, dude. So he killed himself. That's kind of screwed up. Man, I can't believe he did that. Is there like a letter saying why he did that and everything? Well, we all know Lestrade's a big a-hole. It's like, oh, we'll just, whatever, we'll just, and then he found out he's dead. I'm like, well, were you trying to shock us, huh? Huh?
Holmes, don't look at me like that. I don't know what to think about all this.
Almost makes me think he didn't actually do it. Or did he do it and then someone killed him to cover something else up, like there was two people involved? Well, let's see.
Holmes,
Hello.
his left shoe is unique. This anomaly is often a characteristic of...
A club foot. Bravo, Watson. That is the key element of this case.
Are you being a dick? I think you're being a dick.
The mark around
Is
the
that a
neck
quip?
is very
No,
visible.
that's...
He died instantly.
I don't even know why I said that. I was quoting something else
The mark
random. I know I'm missing something else, but... There we go. Is that his suicide letter? Life has become a living hell. I find it unbearable. Dunne deserved to die, but I cannot forgive myself for having his blood upon my hands. We Hamishes seem to have always fallen victim to circumstance, and I find myself to be no exception. I must atone, I shall do so here and now. Farewell. I see. Yet the game's still going, so obviously we're not done yet. Clubfoot and confession. Acted alone. Yeah, that almost sounds like that's not the case. See, therefore, we should find out if he had sufficient time to lock the door and activate the ventilation system. Because, yeah, they said both had to be connected, right? Or that both had to be activated for it to occur. Talk to Lestrade. Let's see what he has to say. What do you think, Mr. Lestrade?
Something about this rings very oddly.
Why do you say that, Mr. Holmes?
Why? Because of Mr. Hamish's club foot. Oh, I deserve to be kicked from here to Charing Cross. I should have noticed it.
But, Mr. Holmes, I can't see why.
No, I don't suppose you do. You must recall that Mr. Dunne was locked inside the Colonial Collection Room by the murderer. If it was Mr. Hamish, he would have had to run up to his workplace to trigger the fan situated above it, taking into consideration the condition of his foot.
Well, it is still possible.
Perhaps, but it is rather strange that such a person as Mr. Hamish decided to base his plan on the speed of his gait.
You mean to say that somebody helped him?
So the suicide is questionable?
Correct. Mr. Hamish accuses only himself in his letter, and so the investigation stops.
Possibly an accomplice, then? That idea had not occurred to me, Mr. Holmes.
I have another idea, Inspector. Thanks to the testimony that we have collected, we are able to rebuild the events as they took place that day.
With a timeline, such as we did in the Jack the Ripper case.
Precisely.
Yeah, they mentioned
The
a
map at the
previous,
entrance of Kew
previous
Gardens
game.
should help us with our timeline.
See, I told you he messed with Jack
Let
the
us
Ripper at one
analyze the
point, or at
facts
least...
and statements, so that we may recreate the events of that morning.
Huh. Yeah, they haven't used this gimmick in quite a while. I think Jack the Ripper was the last time they did this, because I don't think the last couple of games did it. Okay, let's see. Martin and Hamish went to meet Albert in the seat house around half past 9, so that's 9:30. Whoops. No. 9:30. Or would that be... It'd be kind of these two dudes, right? Oh, is it always going to put it there? Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, it's green. Okay. It was around 20 minutes to 10 when Hamish and Dunne went out to the backyard. After 10 minutes, Dunne recommended his inspection enter to Dry Tropics room. Hamish returned to the seat house. So, he said, well, right, he said, I recommend it. 20 minutes, went out to the backyard. Or sorry, I mixed that up. There to, right, because that one would be here, but they would have still been together at the 20-minute mark. Okay. So, anyway, let's see. Martin Hamish had a conversation with White at 10 o'clock. Miss White was in the laboratory until 10:40 when she saw Hamish and Albert in the wireless greenhouse and joined them. So she's at 10. Oops. And then this one's 10:40 when they're all together. Okay, Hamish ran to Albert as soon as he observed the Dunne wasn't well, which was around 10:30. Shows a little green thing on him. Let's see. Albert was in the seat house the entire morning. He observed Hamish returning for the visit with Miss White at 10:30. So Albert was in the seat house the entire morning. He observed Hamish returning for the visit from visiting Miss White about 10 minutes past 10. Oops. Oops. Come on. Come on, controller. I know you're broken, but... There we go. Alright, let's play the events. Oh, wait.
Let us summarize. Montague Dunne was poisoned inside the Colonial Collection Room. He forced open the door, which means that someone locked him inside there at 10:20. Martin Hamish was last seen at 10:10. This means that he has approximately 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Given that he was club-footed, it is doubtful. Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room, which is quite enough time. Miss White was last seen at 10 o'clock, which means that she had approximately 20 minutes to lock the door. More than enough time.
So maybe Miss White then, huh?
Perfect, Watson.
Because he was taking
Now,
advantage of her?
let us ascertain who assisted Martin Hamish in killing Montague Dunne.
Okay. let's tie in a couple of the stupid recorder. What the? That's peeving me off to no one's business. Let me tell you. All right, calm down. Just let it record. You'll try to fix it editing. Ugh. Sorry, I shouldn't be. Okay. Let's see. Albert was alone in the seat house since Dunne showed signs of. So we're just connecting kind of a couple of the dots just to see. Albert is not involved. Isn't like with Albert. We've had an opportunity in 10 minutes and would have not been enough to let them. Yeah, I don't think he had enough time. Okay, so let's. White and Hamish's. White had the time. She had 20 minutes. It would have been enough to trap him. He could have let the door in alerted. Okay, so there's a couple ways we can do this. So one option is White is an accomplice. Wait, let me check something first before you found and utilized all clues in the case. Please proceed to the deduction space and inform you. Okay, so we found everything. Anyway, one option is White is an accomplice. Margaret White was Martin Hamish's accomplice in killing Montague Dunne. Her professional ambition and personal situation been damaged by the breakup with Dunne. Let's see if we can condemn Miss White in this case. Miss White is a dangerous woman, very capable of carrying out an elaborate murder for monetary gain. She flirted with Dunne's son Albert and later pushed Martin Hamish to suicide. She deserves the rope. We can absolve her. Miss White is a desperate woman in debt, resigned to consorting with wealthy gentlemen. When Dunne cast her aside, she killed him in desperation. Hamish tried to save her. She deserves a second chance. But didn't she just kill Hamish? Or did he kill himself because of that, but then she wrote the letter? See, what's our other option here? Can we, whoops, sorry, wrong option. Let's see, we can switch out some things just to unlock the, just to give the Albert option too. So that would. And that's what I thought. You can't do that option right there. Anyway, okay, and the other option is Albert's the accomplice. Albert is an accomplice. Albert was Martin Hamish's accomplice in killing Montague Dunne, humiliated repeatedly by his father and denied his dreams, and Albert resolved to aid and abet the murder. Condemn Albert. Albert Dunne killed his father in collaboration with Hamish. Citing years of humiliation and frustration at his father dictating his life, we conclude that Albert is a cold-blooded murderer who deserves life in prison. Or we could absolve him. Killing Dunne in collaboration with Hamish was the only way to end years of torment and humiliation. We can allow the police to believe it was Hamish alone, so Albert can go free, but must live with the consequences. Alright, I believe... I mean, according to the thing, it sounds like White would have been the only other one to do it because Albert almost knows nothing about botany or has a hard time with it, so he wouldn't know what to need and how to collaborate with it. So I think it's Miss White. But I'm going to show you what happens if I choose Albert as the condemned. I mean, right? I can just do different options. So, and I should have enough time to just show all the alternatives, the absolve and the condemn and stuff like that. So, but I believe it was Miss White personally. But we'll show the options. As many as I can, anyway, until I feel it gets a little repetitive, you know what I mean? Alright, here we go.
What happened, Inspector?
Ooh, creepy music.
It's all over now, lad. There is no use denying it. We know that you murdered your father. Patricide by plant poisoning. Very alliterative.
What? You're mad. I didn't do it. I don't know anything about botany. No!
Well, that's not much of an ending. Let's see what it says here. Albert Dunne killed his own father in collaboration with Hamish. Oh yeah, we said that. He was the one who locked the door. He did not hesitate to sacrifice Hamish to try and cover himself. You have concluded that Albert is a cold-blooded murderer, should be placed behind bars. Okay, so we know that's not it, obviously. I mean, well, the clue. I mean, yeah, I've messed it before, but I can tell. Like when you rethink it, some things do become a little bit clearer. You know, hindsight's 20/20 vision type of thing. But we'll show. I wonder if absolving him really does anything different. It sounds like it's one of those that doesn't really change the outcome really too much. But we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, this case actually didn't take as long. I thought it would take a little bit longer for some reason. Anyway, we'll see what happens the absolve option does. Probably nothing different. Maybe the commute. There might be a small difference in conversation. I feel we've done this thing before, James or Sherlock. Are you sure? I have a sense of deja vu. Like I've played the same scene over and over again. Like someone's controlling me. It's weird.
It was Albert who assisted Martin Hamish with the murder of his father, Montague Dunne. An act of desperation to end years of misery and humiliation.
Poor boy. You're right, Holmes. He was also a victim. He'll live the rest of his life with the death of his father on his conscience.
And that is enough. The case is closed, Watson. We can say officially that Martin Hamish acted alone.
So that's what absolving him. Basically, you still say it, but you so basically, being sympathetic means you let them get away with it, you know, as like as crimes of passion and stuff like that. But except for like there was one case where you basically give him time off, like you still tell him. Or you still tell them that he did it, but he gets off sooner because of desperation or whatever. I don't know. I think there's really no. I think murder should not even be an option, really. I mean, but you know there are cases of accidental, but still, I mean, I'm one of those guys that I wouldn't do it just because I don't have that much. Maybe it's because I don't have that much hate, or I don't know, like. I'm not willing to give up my humanity that quickly, you know. Anyway, let's do why is it accomplished? Because that's the actual truth. All right, so let's see. Let's do condemn. See what condemn says on it, and then we'll show the absolve one as well. You guys have a pretty good idea which one I'm gonna choose, but just to have a pattern, really. I mean, might as well do all of one instead of like mixing it up because I don't think there's really any reason to just change. Well, I guess I could. I mean, that would definitely make it a bit more interesting, but eh. It's the same when I play, you know, Fallout and stuff like that. I always try to just do one choice instead of just mixing it up because it's just easier that way.
We'll find Miss White here.
It is obvious, Watson. Just use your brain.
I am using it. I do use it.
Now that the rope has tightened around Martin Hamish, Miss White must act to erase all traces of her implication. After the suicide of her accomplice, there is one final trace remaining. The deadly plants of the Divine Syndicate. She will be there.
Very good. Shall we go?
Just one moment. Now listen to me, Watson. I shall see her alone. You will conceal yourself behind her, quietly.
Whatever are you planning?
Nothing spectacular. The impulses of women have always been a mystery to me. But she is a bold one, and so we must be cautious.
All right. You can count on me, Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, good day to you.
You do not seem surprised, Miss White.
Well, I was expecting you.
Not for too long, I believe. So please tell me, as it is still unclear, who planned the murder? Was it you?
You were wrong, Mr. Holmes.
It was Martin Hamish, then. You managed to convince him to take on a more prominent role.
You could not be further from the truth.
You think that you can fool me?
You don't care what I think.
It is difficult to care about someone who is capable of pushing a man to his suicide. It is over, Miss White. The police will be here any minute.
Over, perhaps. One moment you were here, and the next, you were on the other side.
The other side? No! Stop!
We gotta stop her before she... Is she gonna
I
use the
beg
poison
you
to kill
not
herself
to do
or kill
this,
me?
Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Please remain calm.
I assume we're just trying
I can
to...
help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to stop me.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
Get her, Watson. Oh, well, nope. Sucks for me. Sorry, I ruined the sad scene. Sorry.
This is tragic, Holmes.
Are you able to do anything?
I'm afraid not. The poison has been fulgurating. Her heart stopped instantly, poor child.
Oh, she died. I fucked that up good. Alright, she was the one who locked the door. Then she pushed Martin Hamish into commit suicide. I assume if we... Do we have enough time? Yeah, well, yeah. Barely, but... I wonder if it's going to be the same thing, kind of like in the previous case, where the guy was going to commit suicide either way. But the ending result, after you stop him, if you do, then he'll... Sorry, I just got something stuck in my eye. Where, like, I still have to beat the little mini game, and then we tell her why we're there. So, but I guess we'll find out here in a second. Because I didn't get to the tab in time when. All right, let's do the absolve one. See if it's the same result. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, you can tell it's Miss White because there's just a thing set up for her specifically. So, but yeah, it looks like absolving her gives her a different thing. It seems like. We shall wait and see what absolving her does.
But Holmes, how can you be...
It is... Now that... After the suicide of her accomplice...
Yeah, okay.
There is one...
Oh, we do have to do the same minigame,
Just
don't
one
we?
moment.
What?
Nothing...
All right.
Okay. Alright, let's see if we can do the... So, we'll see. Yeah, I bet you have to beat the minigame and then...
You do not seem...
Well,
and then talk to her.
Not for too long, So please tell me, as...
You were wrong.
It was Martin Hamish. You think that you can fool...
You don't...
I am not blaming you, Miss White. You are a young and brilliant woman, trapped in a dull and hostile world. Life has never been easy. Men, in particular.
You... It is hopeless.
Indeed. Well, it may be true that I cannot yet change the world, but I can spare your life.
My life. There is nothing left to save. I have lost everything. Do you hear me? Everything! And you were just like all the others. You would abuse and take advantage of a vulnerable woman.
I hardly think so. Now just listen to me.
I've tried so hard, but I have had enough.
Miss White, no!
Why is the audio weird there? Like, did he yell too loud and they had to turn him down a bit, or is it my audio? Kind of makes me wonder.
I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
I'm probably gonna screw this up again.
One step further. Don't try to stop me.
Because we need to get close enough for Watson to.
You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
There we go. Got her. Yay. At least I did it right in one of them. Yay, suicide is not an option.
Well
Woo,
done,
did it.
Watson. She was not faking.
Miss White, you have no right to take your own life.
Dr. Watson? Did you just save me? Or worse?
Oh, I don't know. Well, Miss White is a desperate woman, a victim of Solom's. When Dunne catch her sight, her life stopped. She killed him in pure desperation with the help of Martin Hamish. She was the one who locked the door on the Colonial Collection Room directly after Hamish released the caterpillar. She did not deserve such a terrible fate. And then, you know, clues found, White is accomplished, absolve Miss White. I wonder what the other one does. Probably not much different, but oh well. So, what'll I choose? Well, you probably have a pretty obvious idea of what I'm going to choose. But in the next episode of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment, we'll start the final case of the game and see if there is a case that can distract the great Sherlock Holmes and well, put him on his toes. Find out next time, folks, and we'll see you then.